5,345 feet of altitude. But none of those numbers matter today. The only one the Buffaloes care about, number one, because they welcome the number one team in the country, the Minot State Beavers, who are the reigning national champions. Hi, everybody, and welcome into Colorado Buffaloes hockey on Buff Sports Live. I am Jake Shapiro alongside Chase Howell as the Buffaloes play host in an afternoon contest to these Minot State Beavers, and this is a treat for you as Adam Trunco carries the puck for the Buffaloes, quickly taken away by Minot State. They upend on the other side. On the left side, it is one of their left wingers carrying the puck and tipped away from the Colorado Buffaloes. The Buffaloes are coming off of 2 straight home losses last week as they have started their season 0-4. Into the slot, Trunco breaks up this play, and Coach Benny Toller still looking for his first win in the black and gold. And Chase, it's been quite the task for him thus far, but that goal differential is not looking pretty. But you know this is a younger team that is going to get the ship righted because this program has had such a good history.
Absolutely, and they were a young team last year, but they're even younger this year. They lost their top 3 scorers, and they just don't have as much talent as they did last year. A new coach, and I talked to a few of the guys before the game, and it sounds like a lot of them had bought into Benny Toller as their head coach. Every single one of them mentioned his positivity and just how much they like him. So I think he can turn things around here. It's just going to take some time.
Buffaloes with a face-off to the right of our goaltender today, Bykowski, as the puck rings around the defensive end for Minot State. They're in red and black this afternoon. The Buffaloes in white and black, their traditional home uniforms. Across the blue line to the right side, it's Swedlow with it. Inside, quick one-time shot. Goes just wide of the Colorado goaltender, Grant Payne, who's in net as he's been every single game this season. Bad pass coming on the breakout. Crashing defenseman towards the slot. Shot saved by Payne with the blocker. And you see Payne's goals against average, and it's over 6 a game, and that goes to show you how much Colorado struggled defensively. But Payne is saving about 80% of the shots faced, so it's not necessarily like he's done a bad job. He certainly hasn't been the problem thus far for these Buffaloes. They've just had issues on the back end. And
he had a really good season last year, finished with 2.2 goals against and 91% save percentage. That's solid as a goaltender. He's just not off to a great start so far.
Right wing side for the Buffaloes in their own end. It's Keegan Davis trying to upend the puck. Instead, it's played by Minot State's Neufeld. Back to the blue line. Neufeld winds up a shot towards the net. Traffic out in front. Never got there, and it's cleared the zone by Colorado. They'll make a change behind the play as Davis chases it for the Buffaloes. Picked up now in the neutral zone by McIntosh. He passes it to the near side, looking for Mitchell. Instead, intercepted by Schuster. Right wing side, Schuster crashing the net. One too many passes, perhaps, as he sought out the help of his teammate Narvat, and it got tipped away. Buffaloes coming out of their own zone. Minot State with a 1-3-1 forecheck. It's been pretty aggressive thus far, not your traditional 1-3-1 like you've seen out of the Tampa Bay Lightning for so many years now. That slows the game down. 16:58 left to go in the first period. Scoreless game here in Boulder, Colorado. Into the neutral zone, the Buffaloes control the puck. Near side, Connor Sullivan will try to hit the puck deep, and he just took a big check after the play. It was a cross check, no call there, and setting the tone for the game, perhaps, these two teams and the officials. Sullivan on the forecheck now will chase the puck towards the sideboards, and it's played by Minot State on a bouncing black object. That is what the puck looks like. Swedlow, right side, cross ice pass, left wing side, shot, saved by Payne, rebound comes out, sitting on the doorstep, nobody home to answer, and the Buffaloes' Trunco takes it up ice. On the left side, Trunco across the blue line on the backhand, looking into the zone, it's tipped away by Minot State. They'll have to resettle on the half wall. Into the corner boards. It's fought for between two players, and the Beavers and the Buffaloes. Who wins that battle? It's been on the Plains for years. It comes out to the Buffaloes. Joseph Kinsella, their best player, left wing side. Shot, and it goes wide of the goaltender Bykowski. Sullivan now, again on the end wall. And the Buffaloes look like they've run out of energy here. And a quick breakout from Minot State. They'll just lay a shot in on Payne. He'll tip it into the corner. Played out by Colorado's Joseph Kinsella. All the wheels in the world. Kinsella carries it himself across the blue line. and he goes offside. And that's one of the things I've really liked about Joseph Kinsella. I've watched him for years. Is over time, we've come to realize how important the zone entry is as hockey analytics have become more important.
Yeah, never afraid to skate with the puck, never afraid to do it on his own. Just a really good all-around hockey player, Joe Kinsella. He was 4th on the team in points, but he does a lot more than just score points for this hockey team.
In their own end, playing catch, it's the Beavers. Don't think of red when I think of the Beavers. Wonder if it's already cold in Minnesota.
Probably.
I just assume it's always cold in Minnesota. Right side, it's Metcalf carrying the puck. He skates past the Colorado Buffaloes defender. On the right side, he leaves a drop pass into the end boards and tipped out in front and taken away by the Buffaloes, Sean Sweeney. Looking for a man into the neutral zone. It was Thomas Kleiman, and the puck was tipped away. Metcalf carries on the right wing side across the blue line. Metcalf with some speed. He'll stretch out the defense, checked by a Buffaloes forward, and it goes careening into the sidewall, and the Buffaloes will exit the zone. Not much productive offense from either team yet. It's been a lot of broken plays. Locke across the blue line on the right side. It's given back to Lykar. Cross-ice pass, shot on the one-timer, saved by Payne post to post, and the puck comes out to the sidewall. Back to the blue line now. A quick shot out in front, traffic, and it's tipped away. Payne makes another stop as Locke turned around and shot it right at his right pad. And I do want to mention Locke as he puts it into the net. His first shot of the game, it goes in, and that is a redemption story for that youngster because, let me tell you, a couple years ago, Minot State, Colorado, in a shootout, the Minot State Beavers were the #1 team in the country just as they were today, and the Buffaloes upset them. The last shooter in that game was Minot State's Locke. He missed the shot on a save by the Buffaloes goaltender. They came right back down the ice, scored on their shootout attempt, and the Buffaloes upset them in one of the best games I've seen here. And right now today, on his first shot attempt of this game, first shot attempt since that moment, he puts it in the back of the net and puts Minot State up 1-0. So good redemption story for the visitors today.
It's good that was the time you picked to mention him, right before you fired that one in the back of the net.
Something about it, man. It's the announcer's jinx and the announcer's
opposite of jinx.
Yeah,
that is.
it's a good fortune, I guess. Minot State with the puck on the sidewall. Cato tries to break it up, and it goes back the other way. Sullivan carrying, right wing shot saved by Bykowski with the glove, and be a face-off to his left side with 13:26 left in the first period, 1-0.
CU really wanted to take away Minot's space in this game, and they were able to do that for the first few minutes of this hockey game, but once they got some possession into CU's zone, fired off a few too many shots, a few too many open looks, and we saw it go in the back of the net.
Lykar in the neutral zone, taken by Hansen of the Buffaloes with a quick pass towards the middle of the ice, broken up, bouncing puck. Lykar plays it back to his defense, and it goes in between some skates right back onto the stick of Lykar. Near side, it's Neufeld. He loses the puck. The Buffaloes will try to exit the zone. They can. It just keeps going further backwards for the Buffaloes every time they try to make a pass forwards. And an icing is called. Around campus, the Buffaloes football team has the weekend off. Buffaloes basketball team started basketball practice today. Were you there, Chase?
I was there. Got to see Tad Boyle and the crew. They were looking pretty good, I guess, for a first practice. McKinley's fully healthy. He was looking good out there.
Been telling you all summer. Neufeld with a shot onto the weak side corner taken by the Buffaloes, number 60, which we don't have a name on. We'll get that for you in a bit.
Brett Robinson. He usually wears number 4.
Yeah, I know Brett well. You just never know what they look like in a hockey uniform. I'm pretty sure I couldn't pick my brother out of a line once he's in a uniform.
It's funny he's wearing number 60 on the back, but 20 on the sleeves. So don't get too confused there, Jake.
You deleted your tweet about the game?
I tweeted the wrong link. I'll have to get the right link.
12-10 left in the first period. Buffalo's down 1-0. Near side wall. It's Poirier carrying the puck. Drops it to his teammate. Lycar trying to pick it up on the backhand. Checked into the wall. Locke now the goal scorer with it in the corner. Checked away by a Buffalo's defenseman. Still with it. Looking towards the high slot. No does on that pass. And back out to the right wing side. And on the half wall, the defenseman. Shot, looking for a tip out in front. Instead, Mitchell will tip it away for the Buffaloes. Into the corner and out into the neutral zone. Back into Minot State territory. So lots of possession for the men in red, just as we suspected. Really nice breakouts and zone entries thus far, but maybe not the best passing for either team. Wheeler across with it. Shot saved by the blocker of Payne. Rebound comes right into the slot, and that's not what you want to see. But Sullivan will take care of it himself out to the center line, and he dumps the puck. So those are some of the easier saves you're going to make in this game if you're Payne, and if the rebounds are coming out right like that to the slot, you're going to be in trouble.
Absolutely. I don't have anything to add to that. You never want to put your rebounds right back through the middle.
Puck out of play, 10:56 left in the first.
That was part of the problem when Minot State got their first goal is CU couldn't clear the zone and Payne couldn't cover it. When they get too many opportunities, they're going to score.
To the left of Bykowski, the Buffaloes trying to win an offensive zone faceoff. Instead, Minot State takes it right back into their goaltender and will try it again. You know, one of the things I miss all summer are the classic hockey songs, and the one playing in the background is one of them right now. Came into the rink singing whatever song they were playing over the PA, and you know them when you hear them.
A lot of them come from Chell, the video game, and
they do a good job of picking those.
Yeah, I think we play enough Chell to know pretty much every single word of those songs.
Okay. Wowcheck into the zone and taken away by the Buffaloes, Jared Peterson. Delayed penalty coming against Minot State. And always a scary sign when the goaltender leaves for the net on a delayed penalty when the puck is behind it. Trunko across the blue line tries a shot. It's tipped away. Sullivan with a slapper. Tipped away. Loose puck out on the slot, and it's taken away by Minot. And the Buffaloes will go to the power play with 10:06 left in the first period. Their first opportunity for some goals. And their power play in their last contest, not necessarily efficient, but they scored 2 goals off of it. So maybe something
Sounds
to spark them.
to me.
They had like 9 power plays.
2 out of 9?
Yeah.
That's about average, huh?
Well, both of them were 5-on-3 goals.
Okay.
Yeah. They were on the power play for the first 8 minutes of the third
At least they got
period.
a lot of practice.
Yeah. So that's a good sign. Loose puck out in front on a shot from the point, and it's taken away by the Buffaloes at Aiden Kirby. Right wing on the point, taken back to Joseph Kinsella. Watch that hard slapper from number 2 in white. Near side looking for Hansen. Puck trickles away from him, comes back to Hansen. Joseph Kinsella with the keep just briefly as Minot State clears the zone, and it's Cato chasing. The left-handed shot up ice to his left-handed teammate Aiden Kirby, but he was offsides. And I do want to welcome in all the viewers. I know this is a home-heavy broadcast because Minot State has their own feed, and I look into the crowd and I see no parents today because it's 2 o'clock on a Friday. So thank you for tuning in to watch your sons and daughters and anyone else who's involved with the team participate.
Not a great time to have fans to the game, but a great time for us because I'm sure a lot more people are watching because they can't get to the game this afternoon. If you're at work right now, make sure your boss doesn't see you.
Right, make sure to keep a second tab open. Kinsella on the power play, 50 seconds left. Loose puck out in front. Bykowski with the glove save as he juggled it off his pad into the air.
Nice job there by Bykowski to kind of pop it up into his glove. Could have been dangerous if he didn't get a handle of that one.
I also do want to mention the lighting conditions in here, and it's kind of washing out the near side of the shot. There's nothing we can do about that. I've played hockey all throughout college when I was in school here at CU Boulder at about Friday at about 3 or 4 o'clock, so around this time in these lighting conditions. And this near side of the ice that you're looking at on camera is just brutal.
Yeah, you should look behind us.
Yeah, it is so sunny. That Colorado sun, 300 days of sun a year, is really, really bright as well, not just always there. Across the blue line, it is Robinson, and he loses it, and the puck comes right back out. So don't be surprised if some guys have some trouble catching passes as they look towards us today on that far side wall. Adam Trunko across the blue line, and he takes a hard hit. It's a clean one, and the puck is unfurled from his stick, and Minot State trying to clear. 2 Buffaloes there to stop it. Sullivan on the near side wall. Back out to Jacoby, and Jacoby's shot is blocked. Comes back to Swedlow. 2-on-2 rush on the PK. Tried the pass, and Jacoby right there. I hate that. Just put the puck on net. Good things happen. Sullivan, near side, crossing over to the right side, looking for a pass to Hansen, and that puck again, a not connected pass from the Buffaloes, and on the forecheck on the power play, and the puck scoots right out. It'll be a high stick deemed to be off as the puck cleared a couple zones.
That looked like a pass that Hansen can catch, but as you just said, he's looking right into the sun.
Normally only hear about that in baseball and sometimes football. Hansen across the blue line, cutting inside, avoids one checker, couldn't get the second one away, and the puck ends up on the end wall. Kleinman loses the puck, and Minot State again with a rush on the PK, and now it's actually even strength as the man exits the box. Leaves it for someone. Only person there was a Buffalo in the form of Schreppel, and maintains behind the net. Schreppel carrying and advancing. 7:25 to go in the first. 1-0 in favor of the Beavers. Mitchell chasing a loose puck towards the goal and sticked away, while Workowski on the near side. He rings it around the boards for his teammate, Billany. Billany facing against 3 Buffaloes. Leaves the puck there for Drew Carter. Carter coming off the boards, backhands it back around for the cycle, and it's taken away by the Buffaloes. Keegan Davis advancing to the right side. David Mitchell, right wing, looking for a pass across the ice. Nothing doing there. Should be an easy breakout for Minot, but a turnover right back towards the slot. Bouncing puck, no one there to control it for the Buffaloes. And back the other way in the form of Davis Sheldon. Sheldon fighting through 2 Buffaloes checkers, ends up on the end wall. And the puck is gloved away by the Buffaloes goaltender.
Minot State has a little bit of a European flair on their helmets. They go with some advertisements. I think 1 advertisement on each side. Got to pay the bills somehow, huh?
Can't wait till we see advertisements on the ice in club hockey.
I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if Minot State does. They seem to sell out a lot of their games, especially on Friday and Saturday nights.
Drunko's shot easily taken care of by Bykowski. And you know what I'll tell you is you often just go over watching SHL highlight, the Swedish Hockey League, and you're like, I can't even find the puck through whatever advertisements and whatever language this is.
You'll have stuff all over the boards and the glass.
The thing that's really bothered me that the NHL has done lately is that fake green screen ad behind the goal.
Yeah.
That thing drives me crazy.
At least we're not here for the money. Although you can Venmo CU Hockey Tip, I believe is the right one.
For the Buffs hockey team?
If you're feeling generous, no to the broadcast team.
Oh, well,
You know what I mean?
we will have to set that up.
No, I think Mitch has it going today.
Did Mitch set up a Venmo? You set up a Venmo, wow. How come I'm not seeing any of that? It's not intermission, okay. Right side, Metcalf behind the net. He takes it on the forehand. 5:30 left in the first. 1-0 Minot State leads. He comes out to the point. Nothing doing. Colorado staying stout on defense. Minot State trying to break it down. Cross crease pass. Nothing doing, but it comes off the boards right to another Beaver. I don't know who's a forward and who's a defenseman. This cycle's been very active. Locke leaves it for his teammate Lykar. Into the point. Slapper from there. Goes off a skate. And Lykar takes it right there. On the goal line. Cross crease pass. shot, and Payne saved it. Don't know how or if he knew that he saved it, but he did as it scooted towards the goal line. Lycar again on it. On the end boards, puck comes out to the slot, blocked, rebound, still sitting there, and it comes out from the Colorado Buffaloes. But what a great shot block from number 23 in white. That's Duncan McIntosh. Loose puck out in front, quick shot, and it goes wide of Bykowski. And that was the best scoring opportunity of the game by Thomas Kleiman. We often see that. A block shot leads to an opportunity.
Absolutely. That was a really good offensive possession by Minot State, but also a good job by CU to get the block shots when they needed it, and they were able to get it out.
Playing, as we would call it in soccer, a counter-attacking style, the Buffaloes right now.
Jake the soccer guy.
Metcalf tip out in front and saved aside by Bykowski as Thomas Kleiman is thrown to the ice by a defenseman. Big soccer guy.
If you guys don't know, Jake Shapiro has been the beat writer for the Rapids during the Rapids season. A very up and down season by the Rapids, but been fun getting to know soccer, huh?
They were once the worst team in the history of soccer, and now they're the hottest team in the Western Conference.
And it's the second time this season they've been the hottest team in the Western Conference. 2 different spurts.
And they've had 3 different head coaches. It's been crazy.
Not a bad first year.
Surprised they still have hair left to grow out. My annual tradition of hockey season, grow out the hair. Aiden Kirby looking deep, and instead it comes out. Chasing on it is Jarrett Peterson in white, and it comes back out to Wheeler, and Minot State will dump it into the zone. Chasing now is 44 Walchuk. Buffaloes will take advantage of Walchuk falling into the wall. Near side, Aiden Kirby banks it to himself off the end boards. Puck came out in front, but a weak attempt from the Buffaloes, and it's taken care of. Wheeler again with it. He'll dump it. Chased by Walchuk. This time he's trying to stay on his feet. He puts a man, or tries to put a man into the wall. Missed that check, and Newfield takes care of the puck this time. 3:03 left in the first period. 1-0 Minot State with the lead. Reigning national champions, they are in red. Buffaloes with a more active forecheck right now than we've seen any time in their first few games that have been broadcasted here on Buff Sports Live. Trunko chasing and trying to create some havoc in that defensive zone for Minot State. Loose puck, and Bykowski has to cover it, and that's exactly what the forecheck's supposed to do. Good job by Adam Trunko.
And not as aggressive on the forecheck as they have been in years past, but obviously against a team like this, when you're trying to take away their space, take away their speed, being aggressive doesn't always work out.
And this is no offense to the guys that are on the Buffaloes team, but the last few years they've been lucky to have some of the talent that they have had, and their first line right now is a line that was really a third line on their team 2 years ago, which is a good thing that your program's seeing that type of succession, guys stay in the program. But in the same sense, the guys that were on the first top 6, top 4 for the Buffaloes a couple of years ago were just guys that, a couple of them could have been D1 if they wanted to be, but they decided to be here, and it's a great thing to establish that in the program, and it means good things going forward, of course. But right now, the guys on the team are trying to establish a culture again here and continue the culture that they've already established, but it's an uphill battle. Tip out in front, and that's a really nice play. Loose puck still there. Bykowski couldn't find it. Trunko couldn't jump on it, and it comes out in the neutral zone. Carter now for Minot State. He went offsides, and that's exactly what you like to see from a team that maybe doesn't have that elite talent when they're facing a team that on paper is supposed to be better than them. Create havoc. Go on the forecheck. Make them make passes. Go out in front of the net. Tip pucks. Make it really hard on their goaltenders. Get in there and score some dirty goals.
Right, exactly. You just got to make it hard on them. And just because they're the number 1 team in the nation, they won the national championship, doesn't mean you have to sit back and watch them do their thing. Make them make mistakes.
Puck dumped along the wall, shot from the point, and easily taken care of by Grant Payne, who's been very steady in net thus far.
And to your earlier point about trying to build a culture here, it's all about getting guys to return. You want guys to come here and play for 4 years, and it seemed like in years past you'd get guys that would come here and play for 1 or 2 years.
For a year and a half or so. Just at the end of their career, they played, junior hockey or played in Division II, and they I'm a good player. I want to just play my second half of my junior year, last part of my senior year here.
Exactly.
Which is, you want a couple of those guys, but a lot of guys were like that.
It seems like with this coach, they're going to get more guys that can play here for 4 years.
As Colorado's athletic scene in general, not just in hockey, has bustled from the prep level. Under 100 seconds left in the period. Hansen coming across that right side and looks for a cross-ice pass. It's taken away and seeking Streppel. Swedlow taking it into the zone from the right dot. Shot saved by Payne. That was a tough angle and threw a couple bodies. Good job by Payne once more. 2-on-2 rush for Colorado. Tough pass to catch for Streppel. He goes into the boards, checked off of it, and chased now by Brennan Hansen. Comes out on the left side. Jacob Hager laying some wood in the form of Buffalo's number 19, Keegan Davis. Davis with it to the red line, and he turns it over there. That's one of those that it's tough if you want to dump it or not. On the left side, spinning with it, is number 11, Justin Metcalf. Comes to the near side. Wheeler looking for a shot on net, comes around the boards and chased by Minot, who is skating very viciously here in the first period. Wheeler with 33 left, looking for a tip out in front. Never got to the net, and the Buffaloes take it away. It's Aiden Kirby dumping it into the neutral zone, and the Buffaloes will have a chance to sit back and relax for a couple seconds here with 20 seconds left in the period on the delayed offsides. Minot resets. Sheldon with the puck. Comes out to the neutral zone and back into their own zone, Minot State. Metcalf across the blue line. Metcalf with one more opportunity in this first period. Towards the net, one-time shot opportunity, and it goes off the heel towards the end wall. 4 seconds left in the period. Quick shot from the point, and it goes off the end wall, never got to the net. But good job by Payne, who faced 16 shots in that first period. Colorado only got 7 on net. Buffaloes only trail 1-0, and because of that, you got to like maybe where this game could head in terms of an upset, because the Buffaloes are still in it after one period, and you might have just taken Minot State's best shot.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, really, is to still be in this game, to only be down 1 goal, to getting doubled up in shots in that first period. Obviously not ideal for CU, but I definitely think they're still in this game. As long as they can generate some more scoring chances in the second and third, I think they'll be fine.
He's Chase Hall. I'm Jake Shapiro. We'll be back for the second period on Buff Sports Live.
feeling sexy and free. Like feathers raining on me. You like the shot of your gun. I think I'm about to explode. I can taste the tension like a cloud of smoke in the air. Now I'm breathing like I'm running 'cause you're taking me there. Don't you know? You spin me out of control.
back for the second period of Colorado Buffaloes hockey on Buff Sports Live, and want to give a special shout corner boards. Good rebound control there. Adam Trunco, who's been all over the ice tonight so far, with the puck. Near side, Connor Sullivan. 1-on-0, but the pass just eludes his stick, and he has to go to the corner to chase it. Sullivan turning with it. Trunco there, facing a check, and Minot State wins back the puck across the blue into the neutral zone. And now a rush for Minot State. The Beaver shakes off a stick that was in his skate. That was Narvat. Couldn't do anything with the puck. They've still got it. Delayed penalty coming up against, that's got to be against Minot State because they had the puck.
Yeah, you're right that they had the puck, but that's going to go up against CDU. It'll be Ryan McCall for
right, I thought I saw a slash from Ryan, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He shouldn't have blown the whistle right then. I don't know why he blew it then because Beaver defenseman had the puck. But.
Ryan McAuliffe in the box right now. Close living quarters with one of my good friends, Max, who I bartend with at Half Fast. That's his roommate. Huh. So shout out to them, boys. Swedlow on the left side point with the puck. Up top, Swedlow right back. Johansson, right side wing. Right back to the point. Slapper, tipped in! Minot State, 20 seconds into the power play, scores, and they get the momentum right back. It's Adam Wowrick getting back the lead for the Minot State Beavers just a couple of minutes after the Buffaloes.
That's just a really good power play, Jake. Moving the puck around, have two guys in front of the net. Beavers had two opportunities to tip that puck, and when you let that traffic go in front of the net and you allow them to move the puck like that, you're going to get scored on every single time.
And I think Wowrick might have just broken his twig on that goal because he went off the ice and grabbed a new one.
1 goal max on that stick.
Hey, you know, I didn't score many goals in my hockey career. I tell you, I think I have more sticks than goals, so I would trade a stick for a goal every time. Though Minot State, with their numerous promotions and advertisements, as you say, probably get their sticks at least at a discount.
My dad always said you get a certain amount of goals out of every stick, and then it goes dead.
I got about a half out of every stick. Buffaloes facing a stout forecheck, and a big check comes on that forecheck from Minot State. Puck ends up behind the net, taken care of by Minot State's Narvat. Buffalo's chasing. It's Quinn Schreppel forcing some chaos. 3 Minot State skaters have to come back in it, and they'll run into the referee instead. Comes out to the point, bad pass, and Colorado can't capitalize on a turnover. Nice play with the skates there, and comes out to number 44 in red. Quick shot, Payne with the stop. Rebound out in front, and the Buffaloes will get it away from the net. Duncan McIntosh with a heads-up play. Shot from the point, saved by Payne. Rebound goes just wide. Coming out to the point once more, and settling it down on the right wing side is Minot State's number 11.
They just let Walchuk walk right in, on that 3-on-1.
Metcalf half wall. Looking back to the point. Shot from there, and it goes wide. Rebound to the other side. Payne had his stick stuck, and Minot State couldn't get their sticks on it. They had a wide open goal. Sheldon with it. Across the blue line. Sustained attack for these number 1 Beavers, inspired by the fact that Colorado even would think to tie this game. And back the other way, it's Adam Trunco. He's got a breakaway down the right wing side. Trunco stick handling, backhand scores! Beautiful goal from Adam Trunco.
Dangles.
He's been the best skater in this game, and he broke away from the pack, went forehand, backhand, back to the forehand, back to the backhand, shelf. He ties it at 2 against these number 1 Beavers.
You're not going to see many better finishes than that. Patrick Kane-esque, right, Chicagoan?
Yeah, you love it. Just watching the replay of it right now, and Trunco came flying out of his own end. And did Minot State just score?
Yeah, very quick answer there.
Well,
you're going to have to watch the replay on that one.
Sorry
too,
about that.
I think we both missed it. It was so quick.
Getting the replay on the goal, it was a misplay at the blue line by Minot State. And they answered right back. It was a shot from the point that never got controlled by Colorado. Loose puck out in front and a backhand goal from Minot State. So they take back the lead at 3-2 in this seesaw game. And it was Joel Swedlow with the goal. It is a hockey game. If you look away, you may miss something. Right wing side, and now going behind the net, it's Connor Sullivan. He passes a glove and a puck, and it's back the other way. It's a 3-on-1 rush for Minot State. Lykar across the blue line, and what a play by Jacoby to break up that rush. Puck ends up out in front anyways. Payne stops it, rebound, cross crease, and Joseph Kinsella will just say, please get this out in front of the net. Swedlow, quick pass, one-time shot. Payne protecting the post. It's off its moorings right now. Referee puts it back on, and the puck comes out to the near side wall. Johansson back out to Locke, skating with it. Quick shot again from the point, and a glove save from Grant Payne, and what a flurry again from these Beavers. Besides that one breakaway opportunity from the Buffaloes, it's just been all Minot State since the Buffaloes scored that first goal.
Yeah, one of the things that CU wanted to do was have some discipline in this game. We see them get a power play goal. They wanted to be able to slow down Minot State. They haven't been doing it over this last minute or two.
It was Locke on that second goal, on the third goal, his second goal of the game, assisted by Swedlow. They had it the other way around.
And one of the problems for CU in their first 4 games was they just got too sloppy, some of the players told me, and I think we've seen the sloppiness come out a little bit over these last 2 minutes.
Shot from the point as they've come mainly for Minot State. It peppers into the corner boards, and Colorado looking to control. Quick pass out, and the Buffaloes have an opportunity, but Minot State just skating faster than the Buffaloes right now. Every time you see them have a hole, besides Trunko's opportunity, it's the Minot State Beavers catching right back up. Kinsella puts a slap shot on. It breaks somebody's stick, and it ends up in the right corner where the Buffaloes still are on it. Sean Sweeney, he's netted one in this game. This line scored the last time they were out there, in fact. Sweeney with a nice hit. Comes out into the neutral zone. Minot State with speed. It's Drew Carter leaving a pass, perhaps one too many. And the Buffaloes with a quick up through the neutral zone. Ends up on the near side wall. It's Keegan Davis with the puck. Davis spinning on the backhand, spinning back to the forehand. Pass out in front, and it's broken up by Minot State. Aiden Kirby couldn't control that. They'll dump it the length of the ice as 81 in red will give chase. That's Billany, shot out in front, and Payne, again, crouching to save it like we've seen time and time again in this hockey game.
We saw Joe Kinsella there make his one mistake that he makes a game. He doesn't make many mistakes, but he had 2 guys going forward with a lot of momentum, just had to put it on their tape. Ends up with the pass behind them, and they don't get their opportunity.
Minot State and Colorado. Sure talking about tee times for maybe hitting the links tomorrow morning before their game tomorrow afternoon. That's at 2:30. Another matinee contest from Boulder, Colorado. No discounted prices, though. Not that I've heard of. Loose puck out in front. Buffaloes will steer this aside. Back to the point and to the near side. It's a shot from there. Stick to side from Locke. Puck goes the length. First man in there for the Buffaloes would be Keegan Davis, so Bykowski comes out of his net to play it. 4 goals in the first 10 minutes of this second period. 3-2, Minot State with the lead. Buffaloes with a nice play through the neutral zone. They end up with the puck in the form of Aiden Kirby. Aiden still chasing this puck behind the net, settling it down and getting it back out to the point, and the Buffaloes couldn't control it. It was Duncan McIntosh. McAuliffe will steer this one in, and they say he missed it, so it's an icing.
Trunko didn't like that icing call.
Neither did McAuliffe. Face off to the right of Payne. Comes out to the point for Minot State. Going behind the net is Narvat. Comes out to the right wing side. Sullivan, one of the speedier Buffaloes, between two, trying to split the defense. Couldn't. And it's Minot State controlling a bouncing puck down the left side. It's Sheldon. Shot between some legs. Dangerous one. Goes wide of Payne, and it comes out into the neutral zone. Buffaloes and Sullivan trying to do something. Narvat just jumps right back on the puck as Minot State plays pitch and catch with those end wall boards. Narvat fighting off some checkers on the dasher. Cross crease pass, and it comes all the way out in the neutral zone. Seeking the stick of Schuster. Late change from Minot State. They're offsides as some red legs were all over the white ice, and that's pretty easy to see in contrast to the blue line.
Line changes are always much more difficult during the second period. We saw Minot State there get caught trying to come into the CU zone while also trying to make a line change, and you get offside sometimes. Avs had it in the playoffs in Game 7. I think every Avalanche fan will remember that.
8:55 to go in the second period. This two-game set between the Buffaloes and Beavers. Left wing side, it's the Buffaloes with it. Shot, saved by Bykowski. It was a sizzler off the stick of Quinn Schreppel. He's been all over the ice tonight. Locke seeking the hat trick. Drops it for a teammate and steered aside by the Buffaloes, Thomas Kleinman. Kleinman through the neutral zone. Taking it himself. Kleinman with a one-man effort. Just missed wide. That would have been on his highlight reel. Down deep, it's Keegan Davis giving chase. Buffaloes with some good sustained pressure here, and they'll let it go. Lykar on the backhand, on the right wing side. Leaves it for a teammate. Didn't want to take that backhand shot. Comes out to the point. Shot from there. Payne makes a pinball save. Comes out to the near side dasher. And on the puck now for the Buffaloes is Keegan Davis. He loses it. Comes to number 11, Aiden Kirby, but he led the puck into the offsides call. This is definitely not one of those hockey songs we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely not.
Makes me think about the Kansas City Royals and their 2014 and 2015 teams. 1738. Buffaloes will dump and chase. Bykowski comes out of his net, tries to settle it down, couldn't do so. Bouncing over to the right side and taking care of it is 14 in red, Wownick. Big check there. Right wing side, spinning with it and looking for a pass. Now Wownick on it. Comes out to the point. Point-to-point pass, skating in, shot, Payne, right into the breadbasket.
CU doing a good job as of late in this second period, clogging the middle and making Minot State do things from the outside. Minot hasn't had many good looks since their third goal.
To the right of Payne, won by the Buffaloes. And on it is Johansson. Jacoby for the Buffaloes. Sullivan couldn't control. Through the neutral zone, bouncing puck, neither team settling. And now Minot State, as they've done so many times, getting on a loose puck. Poirier dumps the puck, and Jacoby for the Buffaloes. He loses it, taken care of by Wownick. Shot, and nothing doing. Sullivan and Walchuk go at it. Won by Ryan McAuliffe with some speed on the backhand into the zone. Trunko now. Shot, saved by Bykowski. Rebound comes out to the slot between skates. Trunko tries to spin around and shoot one on net. Goes to the corner boards and comes back out to Minot State, who have a rush opportunity. Down the right wing side, Walchuk could not settle that puck down. 6:10 left in the second period. 3-2 is the score. Hansen leaves it for Schreppel, and Minot State again controls. Sheldon, puck broken up. Quick pass, looking for the stretch out to Thomas Kleinman, but broken up by Minot State. And that's one of the things the Buffaloes were so good at under Eric Ballard, their last head coach, was the stretch passes. And now a rush opportunity for the Buffaloes, 2-on-2, gets broken up and Kleinman's out of gas. He'll still stay in for this offensive possession. Right wing side, leaves it for a teammate. Out back in front, it's Hansen giving chase. Into the corner, pinching now is the defenseman who activates. Pass out in front, takes it behind the net, and shot from Kleinman and taken care of by Bykowski. Kleinman's dogged. He'll have to go off to the bench. Coming on for the Buffaloes is Keegan Davis in his place as they make the full change. So few offensive opportunities for the Buffaloes. You hate to see one end in a line change like that. Minot State cycles through their full change, controlling the puck meanwhile the whole time with only 2 guys on the ice. Tells you about the skill we've seen from them thus far this game. Aiden Kirby looking up ice. Pass broken up. Johansson right on it for Minot. Leaves it for a teammate. Shot comes, and Locke was seeking his hat-trick goal and just missed. And shot in on net, and Statue of Liberty on the ice right there from Grant Payne to freeze the puck.
Yeah, really good. Really good description there, Jake. I like the Statue of Liberty.
You never know what's going to come up in a broadcast. That's what I've learned.
We've done plenty over the years. Called a couple football games already this year, right?
3? 2? Yeah, 2.
Be back doing basketball pretty soon.
Well, I've called 3 if you count high school.
Called Boulder Fair.
Yeah, Boulder Fairview.
Boulder Fairview.
And the 2 Buffs games. Basketball is where I shine, man. Right side, it's Mitchell. The puck gets broken up in Minot State. It's the perfect amount of relevance and care, as well as good play.
A few games last year you were doing some screaming, huh?
Oh, yeah, as the Buffaloes fought their way to the NIT. Not many people screaming about the NIT, but this guy. Jacoby with a shot from the point, seeking a tip, and it ends up into the netting. 3:48 left in the period. 3-2 the score in favor of Minot. We're watching the Beavers gals as well as the Buffaloes gals prepare, stretching and putting the tape on their sticks. Mitch, are you doing that game next? So we've got the women's game here for you as well if you're interested. And Mitchell Sanchez, our producer-engineer, that's who I was talking to off camera. He says he's been making sure that happens. I wouldn't say Mitch is a master or a jack of all trades, because that means you're a master of none, and Mitch has definitely mastered the ability to put on these broadcasts. We've also got Drew Sherrick with us today, running camera. Blessed to have a 4-man operation, because let me tell you, I have been in this arena running all of these things by myself, and it is not easy.
We're all going to leave Mitch for the women's game, but you probably won't hear Mitch doing play-by-play at the same time.
Don't think so. I think play-by-play for Mitch would be more words than he's ever talked to me in his entire life. In fact, he walked away from his computer. He didn't want me to. Didn't want to hear me talking about him. Delayed penalty for the Buffaloes. Back the other way. Shot and a beauty of a goal. It was a right corner screecher from the stick of Billany. And on the delayed penalty, Minot State makes it 4-2. It was a quick rush up the ice after Colorado won the faceoff and Minot stole it. And they just, like a hot knife through butter.
They can move quick when they need to.
And it was a really nice pass from Walchuk across the ice as they had a 4-on-2 rush, and the defenseman activated off the left side and threw it over to that right side for the pass. And, you know, Billany with just the perfect shot that sought over the right glove, or the left-handed glove in the right corner of Grant Payne. I mean, that's exactly where you want to shoot pucks, about 20 feet out into the slot between the dots, and you get it on a rush. I mean, that's the shot you get in rec hockey that you just dream about.
Exactly. Looked like one of my intramural games on Monday.
Are you playing intramural this year?
Of course, 2-time intramural champion, going for a third.
Three-peat, wow. Intermediate?
Yeah, intermediate.
That's where all the good players are anyways.
Well, yeah, we tried competitive. We made it to the championship 2 years in a row, but competitive fills up really fast, and then intermediate's kind of the one that everybody falls into. You get good teams in both.
It's funny because the intermediate guys are full of some of the D2 guys for the Buffaloes because
Yeah.
they're all too lazy to fill out the schedule. Then they realize, oh, crap, we got to play. If we want to play, we've got to fill it out.
Yeah, we have a couple on our team, a couple of freshmen, and then we played a team on Monday that had a few of them, like three, all from D2.
The key is to get one of those goalies.
Yeah. We have a really good goalie that played some AAA through high school, but gave it up once he got to college. So he's got some skill. He's just not playing for the club team, although they could definitely use him, I think.
Face-off won by the Buffaloes in the offensive zone. They are on the PK. Ryan McAuliffe still got a penalty, so it would have been a double minor to Ryan. Instead, it's just a single because of Minot State scored on the delayed call. Buffaloes clear the zone. McAuliffe got an unsportsmanlike conduct call. And they hold with 1:20 left on the power play, trying to find a rush opportunity. Skater falls, and so does Thomas Kleinman of the Buffaloes. He'll just come off the ice because his stuff is sprayed out through the neutral zone. Minot State taking care of it in the offensive zone. Johansson looking for a shot. He'll give it back to the point. Shot comes, blocked by the Buffaloes, number 19 in white, and taking care of it back the other way, it's Keegan Davis. Keegan still giving Minot some tough times, and grimacing as he skates back to defend is Brennan Hansen. Near side, Minot State once again on the power play. 39 left on it. Swedlow looking for a backdoor tip to Billany. Couldn't do so. Billany still on it. Back out to the point. It's Poirier. Right wing side. And a cross crease pass or a shot perhaps from Minot State's Lycar, and it ends up in the netting with 26 seconds left on the power play and 100 seconds left in the period. 4-2, Minot with the lead. 5 of the 6 goals coming in this period.
Minot scored on their last power play opportunity by getting some guys in front of the net and getting a tip. They haven't gotten anybody in front of the net so far in this power play.
We see the CU Boulder campus tour going by the rec center right now as they're in the upper left corner of your picture.
Some type of emissions event is going on today. There's been people coming all day long.
Right wing side, and Metcalf spinning with it. To the right wing side once again. Shot blocked away. Billany trying on the rebound. Comes out and a shot and a goal. It's an absolute chin seeker and a beauty again from Minot State. They have gotten sustained pressure on the Buffaloes, and this time it was Davis Sheldon who scored on the power play to make it 5-2 Beavers.
Beautiful goal, beautiful spin. Top corner, right where Mama hides the Thin Mints. But you got to feel a little bit for Grant Payne. None of these goals have been anywhere near his fault. They're all really good snipes or tips in front.
I was just about to say it with the tour coming by. That's when you were playing intramural or little stick and puck, and you try your best move or you put on your best shot, and right there for all the ladies on the tour, one of the best shots you'll see in hockey, a turnaround shot from Davis Sheldon. It ends up in the back of the net, and now we see a linesman fall down as it's tough when the puck is shot at your feet.
Yeah, right at you, trying to get out of the way.
The Buffaloes have 2 number 20s on the ice right now? Yeah, they do. Oh, no, it's a 60.
Yeah,
Jacoby.
20 on the sleeves.
Yeah.
Brett's wearing 20 on the sleeves, but 60 on the back.
It's very confusing, Brett. 5-2 with 43 seconds left in the period. This game moving along rather quickly. Benny Toller calling the officials over to talk to him.
Michael Zarefsky reffing the game tonight. Young ref, actually about my age. Me and him went through a lot of the ref systems growing up, all the camps and the like. Become a reliable ref. He's actually thrown me out of a few games before.
The ref has thrown you out of a few games?
But he's also one of my friends, so it's more.
So
of
has
a
he
give
thrown
or
you out
take.
as a joke?
No, I've gone at him. I went at him in a high school game.
I don't take you as that kind of guy.
Well, you've never seen me in a competitive environment, Jake.
I mean, because the first thing you think of with me is, yeah, he's definitely been kicked out of a lot of hockey
Yeah.
games. Because and this is funny, I didn't tell you about this. I applied for a job with the Chicago Wolves actually this week. And one of the things I said in the email is actually I remember getting kicked out of a game at Allstate Arena when I was a kid. Sullivan over the right wing side leaves a puck there and it gets broken up. Some guy was probably 11, 12 years old. I was trying to win a face-off and we were up 5-4, 5-3. It was with like 2 seconds left. And instead of trying to go for the puck as the puck comes over the right wing side for Ryan McCall, if he shoots it up to the netting, because I went down to the ice because there's such few time left, so I tried to win it basically with my hands, and he went in and punched me in the back of the neck, and I lost it, and I just tried to take off this kid's helmet and I got put on the big screen with just me banging the boards inside the penalty box. I got kicked out of the game.
Well, you'll never forget that arena.
No, one of several times I got kicked out of a youth hockey game. So. But I feel for the refs now, as my brother is one of them, certified by USA Hockey, and
Yeah,
I'm surprised you actually haven't done that yet.
I did for a few years, but it's a little bit too much.
It's too much to be skating for that long.
It can get cold too. People don't know how cold your hands get. You get to wear gloves when you play hockey, but you don't get to wear gloves when you ref.
Buffalo's talking to the referees as they skate off the ice to end this second period. 5-2, Minot State, the number 1 team in the country, lead the Buffaloes after a high-scoring 6-goal between these two teams, second period. Back for the third period of hockey in Boulder, Colorado at the CU Boulder Rec Center. Chase Howell joining me, Jake Shapiro, sometimes voice of the Colorado Buffaloes, and am today.
Miniature voice.
Yes. Both in stature and the level of the game I'm calling. I will get it right between the eyes in if we get a good shot on goal. Anyway, speaking of shots on goal, Minot State out shooting Colorado. I believe they miscounted the shots in the second period because it was only 4-2, but they tallied over some of the second period shots into the first. So we are at 31-13 shots for Minot State, which sounds about right. They lead 5-2 after a 6-goal second period between these two teams. Colorado tied the game twice, once at 1-1, once at 2-2, and then Minot State has scored 3 unanswered. They control the puck in the zone right now, and they spin it around the boards. Narvat chases it, and it comes out to Wheeler on the point. He spins it right back towards the right side for Sheldon. Controlling now and gives over to his right winger, Justin Metcalf. Metcalf on the backhand. Chased by a Buffalo, and comes out. Quick shot by Narvat goes into the shins of Joseph Kinsella and comes out to Wheeler. He takes a shot, takes a hit up high as well on Keegan Davis, and the puck spits back off the end boards as it does so many times, as it's become a shooting gallery with not much accuracy from these point shots. Clean sheet of ice. Had the two Zams working in that intermission. I guess technically they're not Zambonis, they're ice resurfacers here because they aren't Zamboni Company Zambonis.
Yeah, interesting.
Right wing side, it's Swedlow. Slapper, ooh, just wide of the net, and it comes out towards the Buffalo's net. Minot State wanted too many men on the ice as it hit a Buffalo, and a quick shot on net, and it's a goal.
Yeah, that was a little bit too easy. I don't know exactly what happened on the line change there, but...
So here's what just happened. The puck was dumped out of the zone, hit a Buffalo skate right on the blue line as the Buffaloes were making a line change, so it was not offsides. Probably should have been too many men on the ice, but they deemed the two guys to be changing at the same time. Puck goes right back into the zone, cross-crease pass, ends up on the stick of Joel Swedlow, and in the back of the net, 4-goal game. Just 90 seconds into this period.
And I would say the floodgates have opened.
The floodgates have opened, and it's because the Beavers have broken the dam. On the left side, it's Locke looking for the hat trick. Backhand shot goes just a bit high. Poirier on the right wing side. Shot, and it's blocker to side into the netting.
Well, you need quite a bit of luck to beat the #1 team in the nation and the defending national champions.
I don't think you need luck, quite honestly. What I think you need is to make the most of your opportunities and capitalize on basically all your opportunities.
And not give them any easy opportunities, which is exactly
right.
what happened there.
What I've come to analyze sports as, in general, is margins of error. And when you're taking on the #1 team in the country in any sport at any level, your margin of error is very, very small. Unless you're the #2 team in the country, then your margin of error is much larger. For Minot State in this game, their margin of error was, hey, we can diddle around for the middle of the second period, and you know what? The game got tied, and then they realized, okay, we need to flip the switch. They did so, 4 unanswered. Puck dumped in behind the net of Payne, who is allowing 6 goals a game, and that's going to stay the same after this one, after 4 Buffaloes games, and this being the third period of game number 5. Into the end boards and taken care of by Wowrick. Comes out. They're looking for Schuster to cycle. Instead, go back to Wowrick. Near side wall. Hansen trying to escape up with it. Instead, it goes back, and Wowrick all over the place. Good saucer pass the other way. Ends up towards the net of Bykowski, who's playing a solid game himself, and he sips it up ice. Comes back the other way. Loose puck out in front. Quick shot, and Payne will glove this and put it behind the net for a teammate. Buffalo's trying to escape the zone. Do so, but without the puck. Give a shout out to who I assume is Connor Sullivan's mom, who also tipped us today.
in our pockets.
Oh, we've got Tim Hager and Gerald Mackey as well. Buffalo's delayed call. They will have a power play. They're with it in the zone. 16:30 left in the period, and Minot State touches up, and maybe the slightest chance of hope, and that's why sports is one harsh reality, I should say, because just when you feel like, I gotta turn this game off, it's over, just an inkling of hope comes back, and then immediately you're crushed, because at the end of the day, there's only one champion.
Yeah, and yeah, only one team is going to win this, but this is a CU hockey team that needs some confidence. So getting a few goals, keeping this game tight, will definitely benefit this team in the future, if they're able to do it.
And you could get some momentum going into tomorrow afternoon's contest as well. Joseph Kinsella on the right wing point. Buffaloes like to generate from the point on the power play with that big slap shot of Kinsella. Look for some backdoor passes as well as they look for a tip play. Duncan McIntosh, Adam Trunco, who's got a goal tonight, now Connor Sullivan. Near side and cleared away. Some good work by Joel Swedlow as Payne has to come out of his net. First man there is a Minot State Beaver. Played over to Joseph Kinsella. Minot State with a very unique arrangement, only 3 forward lines and 4 defensive lines, as well as an extra defenseman. Near side wall, Sullivan spins it back. 1:16 left on this penalty to Billany.
They had a couple of their top forwards go out with injuries early this year, Cochran and their captain Fournier. And I think that's why their roster is set up a little bit different than what we normally see.
McAuliffe, he's had the puck for a while, but in no danger of putting the puck in the net. And as soon as the Buffaloes tried to do that, it got cleared by Drew Carter. Up ice, 36 seconds left on the power play. Making a move at the blue line, staying on side somehow. Jacoby over to Hansen, back to Jacoby, into the corner. Puck squirts back towards the net and shuffled right back into the corner where the Buffaloes will pick it up. It's Keegan Davis looking for a pass out in front. Nobody's in front of the net. You hate to see that on the power play. Finally, someone gets out there. Ben Jacoby over there. Near side, Keegan Davis can't get a shot off. Hansen crashing the net, and the puck is steered into the Minot State bench, or maybe not, and it goes the length of the ice. And that's what I mean. Bad power play setup there from the Buffaloes. You got 3 guys at the point and 2 guys down low. You're on the power play. Left wing side, Rush, back to the right, looking for the hat-trick. Locke couldn't get good contact on that saucer pass, and they retain possession. Comes out to the slot. Minot State obviously targeting Locke here, trying to get him his 3rd goal. Swedlow with the puck on the backhand in the neutral zone, retreats, and then will dump it in towards the end boards. First man in on it is Locke. Gives a good check to Keegan Davis. Puck comes free into the high slot, controlled by the Buffaloes, and back the other way to the right wing side. It's Hansen. Leaves the puck there for a teammate, giving chase his quintuple, but he'll lose the puck, and it comes back the other way for Minot State once more. Man over the boards for the Buffaloes, and they last-second defensive change will throw Linecar off sides and not properly over the line in time.
Great job by whoever hopped off the bench. I'm not sure what the number was there, but whoever hopped off the bench for CU and was able to slow that guy down just enough to get the Beavers offside.
Into the left corner, and Colorado in their own zone with 13:33, or as Pat Foley of the Blackhawks says, 13:33 left in the 3rd period.
True Irishman, Pat
Yeah.
Foley.
Kyle Cato played with a stick that was deemed not to be too high, comes out in the neutral zone. Payne will stick it aside, and he's made a bunch of saves in this one despite letting up 6 goals. Comes into the neutral zone, taken aside by Sean Sweeney. And delayed penalty will come against Minot State. Colorado couldn't control this puck, and with 13:03 left in the 3rd period, the Buffaloes will go to a man advantage.
It says 13:01. You just said 3, so you could say the 3 again.
It was some artistic license, Chase, which I guess I can't really do on TV now that I have the score bug.
Yeah.
People will know I've been slightly lying to them for years.
Yeah, in years past.
I'm just trying to make the game better, man.
We've got the clock connected to our broadcast nowadays. We got that new tech. So you're actually getting a live.
We're only 30 years behind the rest of television. Billany will go to the box for this penalty. It was, I believe, an interference call. Shot out in front, easily steered away by Minot State. Back the other way, Kinsella, with all of his might, chases the puck, gets it on his forehand, settles it down behind his goalie, Payne. On the backhand, it's a pass over the right wing slide, slowing down, but Cato with speed on the left wing side now. He loses the puck, back the other way. Payne does not want to come out of his own net. Settled by Hansen. Kinsella on the near side wall. He'll go to the other side, and Cato right there to mess with Locke, the forechecker. Cato, the first man in for Colorado. On the backhand with 1:23 left on the power play. Shot from the right wing side. Hansen couldn't get that to connect. Squirts out, and now a 2-on-1 rush for Minot State. Coming down the left wing side. It's Wownick looking for his second goal. Locke was looking for his third. Nothing doing there, and Minot State will just control, play pitch and catch with the defense, and then probably dump it the length, and there it is. 1 minute left on the power play, 12:01 left in the period, 6-2 the score, and one game left in this series that will maybe be changed in terms of outcome because this one seems to be over. McAuliffe on the left wing side, into the corner, Trunco chasing as well. He's had a good start to his season, Adam Trunco. 1 goal and 2 assists in his 2 games played coming into tonight, and he's got a goal as well. So more than a point a game for Adam Trunco, and Payne's going to have to cover this up on the power play with 30 seconds left on it, 11:31 left in the period.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Trunco so far. He's looked really good, obviously off to a good start. We saw him a little bit last year, but he was more in and out of the lineup in that forward group. Now he's solidified his spot in the top 6, a really good, skilled forward for CU, and I think he'll end up getting a lot of points during his career.
Turnover out in front, shot, and Payne gets some contact on Swedlow's shot, but a dangerous pass on the power play results in a shorthanded opportunity. Sullivan threw 3 checkers and didn't make it all the way, and Minot State with 1 final clear, 5 left on the power play. This will make it even strength hockey as Jacoby advances out of his own zone. Passes it back to Trunco with speed over the neutral zone. Trunco runs into his own guy, spins around, gets it right back to Sullivan on the left point. And the Buffaloes playing very passively still through the neutral zone despite being down 4 goals. Setting up on their own end wall, it's Johansson. Pass up the near side, Metcalf. Metcalf holding on the right wing. Now Metcalf will have an opportunity to dump. Kinsella with a nice hit, and Mitchell will take the puck away for the Buffaloes. Kinsella. And a loose puck, a bad turnover again for Colorado. Cato trying to control. Can he win this puck? And some help comes from Sean Sweeney at the last second. Had Narvat seeking the net. 10 left to go in the third. Right wing side, Metcalf. Daytime hockey games are weird, Chase.
Very weird.
Hockey's such a nighttime sport, which is weird because at the youth level, it's such a morning and afternoon sport. But you go to an event like a hockey game, you expect to be going home in the pitch black. I guess in a few months here, 4 o'clock, it will be dark outside, unfortunately.
I'm already yawning. I'm ready for my afternoon nap. Usually night games, I'm a little bit more pumped up.
Yeah, man.
And we'll have another afternoon matinee tomorrow, 2:30.
On Buff Sports Live. If you don't know what Buff Sports Live is, tonight they get together, produce a television show. And on Friday, they will have that television show on. Mitch, I guess that's a good question for you. How are we going to stream the game tomorrow when the show is going to be streaming at the same time at about 4:15? Oh, today's Friday. So the show, I guess, streams in, 30 minutes? And we're going to be off the air for that. So no problem, no conflict, but stick around and get your weekly recap of CU Sports. As you can tell, I have no idea what day of the week it is. All I know is the Rockies are starting a 3-game series tonight, which means it's a Monday for me.
The last 3-game series of the year.
The last Monday of the year for me.
Thank God. It's been a tough year for the Rockies.
Don't want to get into it on this broadcast.
Just glad it's over.
Same. Won't be the first time the Milwaukee Brewers have ended the Rockies' season with a 3-game series.
Oof. Oof. That one still hurts.
I was there. I saw them not score.
You, unlike their offense, was there.
Yeah. Swedlow, Lykar in front of the net looking for Swedlow. Broken up by Payne. 8:30 left in the period. And this is the time in the game where you hear some fans mutter, running clock, question mark. There is no running clock, at least at this juncture of the game. 4 goals isn't unbelievable to come back from. In fact, we've seen the San Jose Sharks do that at times. But what I will tell you is that the way the Buffaloes are playing, there's not much life in them right now. But perhaps, as you said, Chase, they can get something going for tomorrow. And a shot opportunity on the net and saved there by Bykowski. At least good one good shift, 2 good shifts in this last 5 minutes or so. Just get you something, feeling good coming off the ice. I mean, you're on the bench, you already know the game's over, so you might as well, okay, put in some work, feel good for tomorrow.
And they stayed with this team for the first 30 minutes of this hockey game, so they can do it. They just are a team that's lacking confidence at this point and hasn't quite found their groove, but maybe tomorrow can change things.
Tough to face the #1 team in the country when you're cold. Jacob Hager, Connor Sullivan, Duncan McIntosh, Payne covers up.
That's a lot of names.
It's like the one soccer broadcaster that just says the names of
Yeah.
everybody.
Hey, that's a lot of soccer broadcasters. That's all it is. It is weird, the difference between hockey broadcasting and soccer broadcasting. Similar sports, but hockey is completely different.
Surprised they let you in the
Broadcasting.
rink 10 seconds after saying similar sports.
Similar in the way that
I have appreciation for both. Why can't everybody?
they're different.
And I was going to actually bring this up. How do you feel as a all-encompassing sports fan about taking terms from one sport and bringing them over to another? Like, I used counterattack earlier for a style of hockey play, which obviously doesn't exist in hockey, but you know, it's a well descriptor as Minot State shoots wide. You know, you've got touchdown passes in football, or home run passes in football. Mm-hmm. You've got interceptions in basketball, although interception's just a word, so I don't know if that's necessarily a crossover. You've got hockey assists in basketball. Trying to think what else we've got, but the point being, how do you feel when you take over terms? Because I've used soccer terms now in baseball stories just because baseball fans are sensitive and it's kind of hilarious watching them react. But soccer fans taught me that they are sensitive about me using baseball terms in their stories because they feel like I don't know the sport, which one is true, but two, like it's also a well description. If I say he had a home run, you know, pass to a breakaway goal, you know what I mean? Like
That's the thing, is it's hard to decipher whether you know what you're talking about or if you're just saying it because that's the sport you know. Like, I think anybody that, if you have enough background with the sport, I think you're allowed to say whatever you want. But I think if you're new to the sport, you kind of have to get acclimated to their terms before you can break them.
Yeah, because like I'm saying, no one calls more, or no one's around baseball more than me. Like, there are very few people on the planet. Minot State one more rush here with 5:53. And a shot there from Locke looking for the hat trick. Loose puck out in front. And Payne saved the hat trick, and the puck scored free into the neutral zone. Very few people are around baseball more than me. And, you know, I have to file stories all the time about, you know, who's got their next game, when, whatever. I started saying next fixture for the Rockies just to throw a little thorn in people's side. And I don't know if it snuck past a few editors.
Fixture seems like it wouldn't make too many people mad. 'cause
Fixture's
it's
cool,
more of
man.
yeah, it's more of a, I don't know, it's like the next date for the Rockies. It's similar to saying that.
But it's almost always tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't know. I like soccer terms. And if you go to England or the UK, they'll use soccer terms for every sport. Rugby, hockey, doesn't matter. They'll just use soccer terms. It's more of a U.S. culture thing.
Buff's running a false 9 right now. Sullivan can't win this puck. Metcalf chasing for Minot State. Official shots right now are 35-15 in favor of Minot State. Possession time, too, is in favor of Minot State. Metcalf wins it right wing side. Cross crease pass.
Great pass.
Shot and a goal. An absolute beauty. And that was Davis Sheldon scoring for Minot State. It's his second point of the game. He had an assist earlier and just scored that goal. And the pass came from, who was it I said? Metcalf?
Yes.
And that's his first point of the game.
I think he led the team in points last year, Metcalf. Up there.
So now
16
Minot
points
State
in
with the
11
touchdown
games.
plus the extra point.
Yeah, it is.
And the Buffs only with a safety.
That is a football score, sort of.
If you're watching a Jets-Bills game.
Big Ten football.
Big Ten football. Catch the excitement. You know, I'm so glad I came out west and home in the Pac-12 because for a while there when I was about 15, I convinced myself that the best kind of games are those 10-7 games because every first down means so much more.
Spoken.
And ick. Yuck.
Spoken like someone that watched a lot of Northwestern.
A lot of Northwestern football growing up.
So after that goal, Grant Payne slammed his stick against the boards. Obviously, he's frustrated, giving up 7 goals in this game. But I literally don't think one of them has been his fault. They've either been backdoor, tipped, sniped. None of them have just fluttered past him.
What's he supposed to do about a 30-foot cross crease pass
Right.
one-timer that ends up head-seeking him? You know, like if you make that save, congrats, you're Johnny Quick and you're getting a $50 million contract.
There aren't many that can do it.
You know, one of the guys that did was actually his predecessor, Colin Champagne. Colin Champagne, yeah. Colin, from time to time, allowed a weak goal, but to his credit, made up for it with his share of A-plus saves. And thank you very much, Colin, because I have a lot of highlight reel calls because of you.
Definitely a different goaltender than the ones we're used to seeing these days. I missed the.
Yeah, he would stack his pads and sprawl out. It was exciting. I go back and watch hockey highlights of like Tony Esposito or even more recently Ed Belfour, and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you playing goalie like this? It seems so unreasonable.
Yeah, now they just make him 6'4" and give him huge pads and say stand there.
It's like lacrosse. I remember the first butterfly goalie I was absolutely enthralled with was Jean-Sebastien Jaguar.
Yeah.
In that cup run for Anaheim. I was like, this kind of goaltending is just amazing. But he was even more exciting coming out of the butterfly than most guys. Jacoby with a slapper, and it goes high off the glass. Stick around. We've got the Division I women's team facing off against the Minot State Beavers after this. Nobody on the call audio-wise, so hear the sounds of the rink, but we will have a camera and a score bug. So
it's not like we're just going home though to go enjoy our evening. Jake and I both have some places to be.
Where are you going?
Highlands Ranch.
See the parents?
Pomona football game. Well, and to see my parents, but yeah, Mel Tucker is expected to be at the game along with offensive coordinator Jay Johnson. Highlands Ranch's quarterback Jake Rubley, is the top 2021 Colorado prospect in the state and one of the top quarterbacks in the country. 4-star.
A save there from Payne. 2:18 left in the game. 7-2 is the score in favor of Minot.
I've been to a high school football game every week for the last like 5 weeks.
That's
4 or 5 weeks.
You're beating me, and I'm on the high school beat for the
Yeah,
Post.
I don't even technically get paid for it, although it is a part of my job. But it's nice. I don't have to stick around and interview and
Brutal, dude.
write a game.
I had to file at the Whistle at Valor Pine Creek on Thursday, which was a great game. Best team in 5A versus the best team in 4A. And no internet, no chair or desk, nobody keeping stats, just me. So struggle of finding 300 words and stats as the whistle sounds with no internet. And the answer to that question and riddle is you can't really do it. And then you got to go on the field and, try to rig yourself some athletes who either are very excited and don't want to talk to you or are very disappointed and don't want to talk to you. 100 seconds left in this game, 7-2 the score.
Probably learned you got to take lots of notes if you're going to write a gamer for high school games. The stats.
I look like a crazy person because I'm a big text to talk or talk to text guy. So I'm just talking into my phone. Hey Siri, and you're gonna hear my phone talk in a second. Note down that the quarterback threw a great 15-yard out route in the third quarter that led the drive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a weird job that you and I have. 1:05 left in the period, 7-2 the score. Minot State in Boulder, Colorado with a lot of success controlling this game really from puck drop. Colorado tied it at 1-1 and 2-2, but Minot State overwhelming with 5 unanswered goals since. Kinsella, one last opportunity for Colorado. They punt on it, and
Nice punt on it. On a roll.
you're seeing what I'm doing. And Swedlow steals this back the other way. Nice move, pass, perhaps.
Do we call that a nutmeg?
It was close. Kinsella. The Buffaloes are going to let this run dry. So we'll be back here 2:30 tomorrow for the Buffaloes' second game against Minot State in this series. Buffaloes drop to 0-5 on the year, and the number 1 Beavers get another win. Stay tuned to the Buff Sports Live television show. Support the Colorado Buffaloes students and get a recap of Colorado Buffalo sports, not just football, all around sports. And you'll see some young journalism students try to do their thing and seek out, some more reps.
I wrote some scripts for them as well.
Anyways, if you want to hear Chase Howell's writing written.
Hear my writing.
Yeah, hear your writing. Literally, it's hearing your writing. Check that out and stick around for the women's game as well as the Buffaloes take on the Beavers. We will be back tomorrow. The Buffaloes drop this one to Minot State, 7-2. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you very much for our tips, as well as to Mitch Sanchez, our producer, and Drew Sherrick, who is behind the camera. He's Chase Howell. I'm Jake Shapiro, signing off.